Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Veeks Day Off channel. It's been a while, but I've recently gotten some free time from school, and I've started working a bit more on my game and pie game, where it's more of a tech demo at this point. There's really no game substance there, but it's more of a tech demo of me trying to build a game, or at least the outlines of a game, without any given game engine. I just have Pygame, and I'm doing everything off of that. There's nothing pre-made, just using the Pygame module and some other various modules throughout Python. So, I mean, you could say one could argue that using Pygame is a bit cheating, but I'm not going to take it that far. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna code it all directly in C. I could, but it would just make me want to kill myself. So, mm, yeah, either way, let's get on to this fantastic tech demo, or what I'll call a fantastic tech demo. Um, so, before, if you've watched the previous video, the map generation was quite the same. It was very much where you had it was generated based off a noise map, and some areas would be marked as water, other areas would be marked as sand, and other areas would be marked as grass. And based on the way it was worked out, pretty much you'd always have sand around the water, and then surrounding that sand was grass. Now it's been changed up into a different system where I kind of form biomes by having two different noise maps running to generate both the terrain and then the biome areas. And so we see these larger areas like deserts with no water in the middle of them due to the new biome system. And then you see larger areas just designated as forests. And then these big water areas that are designated as oceans. Sometimes they end up looking like this, a lot more like a river than an ocean, but semantics doesn't particularly matter. But it makes the world look a lot richer rather than having just, you always just see water, then sand, then grass. It makes the world a lot more interesting to look at. And eventually, if I scroll around enough, in the desert areas, we should see oasis areas appear every once in a while. If I can find one, they're not overly common, but if I go through them enough, this is what you get from a live demo, me just scrolling around and trying to. There's a very edge of an oasis here that forms at the side of the desert, so you don't even see any water here, but you do see this discolored grass where it's kind of dead. It's still somewhat alive. It just looks more like desert grass. Let's see if I can find one with water. That was the edge of one. Anything here? That was a big desert. Still nothing. Oh, there we go. We had a random oasis form here. We got some water in the middle here. We got this desert grass around here with palm trees, because who doesn't like palm trees on a desert oasis? A beautiful trope. And yeah, it's just randomly generated. So you'll see those pop up every once in a while. This one actually looks very much like an oasis. It's just like a nice bit of water there, the grass around it. Sometimes it forms into some very interesting patterns depending on how the noise maps generate, but that's all up to the computer. That's not on me. I blame the random number generation and the simplex noise. That's what I can blame. And so that's the main at least the main visible feature in that I've added since the last update where I showed off the basics. But the other thing is now you can highlight areas, which works for just generally highlighting and also for using the bulldoze tool. So if I hold down the mouse button, we can highlight an area. And now this highlighted area will tell us the dimensions, 29 tiles by 13 tiles of this highlighted area. And it'll even show up on the top here a little thrown together menu, which looks exactly like the hotbar down here, because I didn't feel like changing the colors yet, because just tech demo doesn't matter. Who cares about design? Shows all the different things we're highlighting with counts next to each one of them. So in this area, you got 8 trees, you got 2 palm trees, and you got 12 cacti. Very nice. They are saguaros, at least they look like saguaros, but I'm not calling them that. So when I inevitably delete them, I'm not going to get the feds on my ass. But hopefully, hopefully they understand. But so yeah, that if you highlight an area, it gives you a count of all the items in it, and it works if you're in bulldoze mode. So if I highlight that same area, we see quite a lot of bulldozers. I'm tempted just to have it make one central, very big bulldozer right in the middle, but still playing around with that. And we see that we have 12 trees, 17 cacti, 3 palm trees in this area. And then we release it, bam, it's gone. They're all gone. And you can also right click to cancel it if you realize I don't want to kill these 8 trees. Right click to cancel, and those 8 trees live on in prosperity. But that is the extent of this the current state of the game slash tech demo. Hopefully, I'll be back to making more of these videos and adding more and more features because why not? I enjoy doing stuff like this, and why the heck not? As always, please throw ideas in the comments if you have ideas because I can add a bunch of tech. I can always add a bunch of just like tech demo stuff like this that highlights different placeable blocks and counts them and displays them. But when it comes to actually adding features and making this into a game, that's where my creativity is struggling. So if you have ideas, feel free to throw them in the comments and I greatly appreciate them. So, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.